Hey Karen, as promised, a little video to help you with the different resources and idea we talked about at the end of our call. So before we start, let's sum them up. Not going to see each other for about a month, and what we're suggesting is to open a period in which you could do two things. One will be to explore using the app, which I'm going to show you in a minute, some teaching challenges that could help you with this idea of helping your boys self-monitor and be more autonomous and independent with tasks, may that be online or even if it's not online, right? So this idea of self-monitoring, autonomy, managing time effectively, which seems to be a challenge when they do that kind of work. And then also, second goal is to help you with this video getting started with Edpuzzle and the idea of flipping learning videos, which could also help them with accountability and self-monitoring. So we're working in the same direction. I am currently in your app, and as you can see, I'm in the playlist. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to open the growth map, either with the bottom left corner or the top right corner, right? Here, well, in your account, it will show it there. I'm in my account. So when we click on the growth map, we get to the space where you wrote your vision this summer, and you can see that you were already really interested in flipping the learning and self-monitoring. We can see the teaching challenges you had selected as interesting this summer, and we selected some this fall. The ones in blue are the one we activated because we tried an idea within one of them. And so the two that I think could be really interesting for you around the challenge you brought up today will be self-monitor and assess progress on task, definitely a big one, and manage time efficiently would be two really good ones to focus your exploration on. Block a little time for yourself, and when you have 30 minutes, click on one of them and look at some of these teaching ideas and let them inspire you to think about your own class and practice and see what could be helpful. On the call right now, I'm going to choose just to show you one, and actually a super simple one. That doesn't mean that's my favorite, it's just an idea. So this teacher uses a system of to-do lists to give his students a sense of the different tasks they're going to have to accomplish during a period of independent work. Well, the fact to have a to-do list helps me as an adult get my stuff done. Sometimes it helps student. A more advanced version of the power of a to-do list is what we call in the world of blended learning individualized pathways. And I'm going to show you two examples that my teachers have made. These pathways can be shared via Google Docs, or these pathways can be shared via Google Classroom, for example. So what are they? Best to talk about it with an example. Here's one from Tori at Nations Fall Elementary here in Charlotte. These are documents that help students knowing what to do when they're working independently, and this one is for mostly online. For hers, it gives them standards, and in each of these standards, it explains to them what they could be working on if they choose to work on the standard during the time, and then the steps to follow. So I think students can choose the standards in our class. You might probably be able to read that here. But once they've chosen one standard to focus, they follow the step. Notice that in the steps, they're using Edpuzzle. She's using Edpuzzle so she can flip and get some accountability there and get some answers from the kids already. And she's also using an exit ticket at the bottom, second form of accountability provided. The exit ticket could be with Google Forms, Socrative, paper, but it's something students have to do to prove to the teacher that they've actually done all that work. That's an example of a pathway, a simple pathway. Have another one here for you from another teacher. Same idea. There are videos. His are chosen depending on what you need to work on. Games, activity with partners, independent activity, and then mastery check. Again, notice how in order to be able to move on to the next activity, you would have to show mastery, which show that you work on specific things, and see teacher before completing the activity. So that's just one example of something to explore. There are other ideas there. I want you to spend some time in the next month thinking about that and see if you gather something concrete that could help you in your classroom. Next time we meet, we can start from what you have extracted. Let me go back to home for you. So I'm going to go back to your growth map here. You can, of course, explore this one as well. When you find something interesting, don't hesitate to pin it so that you wouldn't lose track of it. So, for example, if we go in here, if we see something interesting, we could pin it like that. Today's accomplishment checklist, we can pin it. And then once you've pinned it, you will find these teaching ideas in your pin board right here. and you have some already that you had selected this summer. Okay, so we're halfway through the video. Now the second part of my video, like I promised you, will be to show you how to start with Edpuzzle. So let's go to Edpuzzle. I'm going to pretend to sign out. So what you're going to see when you get to Edpuzzle with this screen, you will choose to start as a teacher. You will log in as a teacher. Syncing your Google account is probably the easiest thing to do. And boom, you're in. You will see 0 classes for you on the right side here, on the left side, because you wouldn't have started. I have already classes that I've been working with. So the first thing probably for you to think about would be to add some classes here. Once you have added a class, note that you can invite your student to this class by clicking on this button and collecting this code. That's the code students will need once they go to Edpuzzle as a student. It will ask them to enter that code. But we can look at this together next time. For now, try to focus on maybe becoming familiar with Edpuzzle and making your first video. Now, if it feels super good and you're ready to roll and you want to go with kids, fine. But really, for our work, if you come next time with one teacher created video, then we can look at it together. You can assign it to me. I can take it. I can show you how it looks on my end. We can look at the data coming on your end, and that will be a really good way for you to become comfortable with it. Okay? How do you do that? So, search. And here you can either paste the URL of a video that you found on a different platform that you would like to Edpuzzle, meaning adding questions to the video to make it interactive. Or you can use the platform here to search for a specific video to Edpuzzle. Here in blue is Edpuzzle, so that means these videos have already been Edpuzzle. They already have questions. If I go to YouTube or Khan Academy, I'm going to find videos that have not been transformed yet. And that's kind of like what would be the most interesting for you to do. So if we go to YouTube and we're looking for a fraction video, well, this one seems to be about adding fraction with different denominator. I can click on it. I can watch it. And if it's satisfactory, if that's what I want, I can use it. So you click on using it. And then once you've clicked on using it, is when the work can start. 4 things you can do there. You can crop the video with the scissors. You can record an audio track over the video, not really helpful. Audio notes can be really helpful. I usually like to record one at the beginning of the video. Hello students, welcome to the Edpuzzle of the day. As always, I want you to take notes on the template I gave you, and then to answer all the questions really carefully. I'm going to look at the data after. Enjoy, good luck. Once I'm done with my intro, we can move on to the rest of the video. So if I go to the last category, which would be my questions and my quizzes, if I click on this, you're going to see that it's uploading my voice. So it's going to put my little voice intro at the very beginning, and it's going to stay there. And now I'm ready to actually add questions. For that, I'm just going to play the video. And pause. If I click on question at this point, it pauses the video and it creates a space for me to do 3 possible things. Write an open-ended question, write a multiple choice question in which I could indicate which one is the right answer, or insert a typed comment, something I want to add typed up. So here I could add an open-ended question. What is this video about? Students will see this and they will have to answer it before they can move to the next question. And then we continue. Okay, I'm going to pause. You get the trick, right? You get the jinx, the jink of it. When we continue this, you can add a question anytime you're ready. It's always good to have more than one in a video. And I usually try to do that at the key moment when there's a new teaching in the video. And then usually I try to have one at the end also, kind of like as an exit ticket. All right, try to do this. When you're done, click on save as you go, click on finish, and then the video will be ready to assign to one of your class. And then you'll be able to watch it as a student, or I can watch it as a student. So when you